Vivziepop's Unknown FNAF Animation. You see, as someone that knows a lot about the Vivziepop fandom at this point, and who knows a lot about FNAF animation from all the MatPat game theories that I've had to make fun of on stream, this is right up my alley. If there's one toxic community, even more toxic than the Hell of a Boss haters, it's the Five Nights at Freddy's squad. Let's see what we got.
Many fans of Vivziepop are well aware of her most popular projects like Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss, and Zoophobia. However, during the early days of her YouTube career, Viv would do commissions and side projects as a way of earning a living and
which makes sense.
getting her name out there. One of these side projects was an animated Five Nights at Freddy's song for Good Mythical Morning. In this video,
For Good Mythical Morning? Damn.
I'll recap that one time when Vivziepop did a FNAF animation. The story starts back in March of 2015. At that time, the
It's Markiplier.
American comedy,
What a handsome man.
talk and variety YouTube channel created by Rhett and Link called Good Mythical Morning did a series called Song Biscuits. Song Biscuits is a series in which Rhett and Link write and perform a song, typically with a guest, using suggestions from Facebook and Twitter. For their March 21st edition of the series, Rhett and Link created a Five Nights at Freddy's song with Markiplier.
Makes sense, makes sense. That's how Markiplier ended up on the scene. If I could say two things about Five Nights at Freddy's, one would be it is thanks to Five Nights at Freddy's that we have Markiplier today. Two, the animatronic hentai is, again, something that I am really excited to have experienced. As someone that just believes in experiencing all of the pleasures in this world, animatronic hentai is actually kind of great.
Sing was fun as a couple months later, Vivziepop was approached by Rhett and Link to create an animated music video for the song. At the time, Vivzie had just over 100,000 subscribers on her channel after it exploded due to the success of her Die Young music video and Timber film. Rhett and Link, or perhaps one of their employees, saw Viv's channel and thought she would be a good fit to animate.
That is so cool.
Made the song, since at the time FNAF animations were getting crazy amounts of views. On May 31st, Viv said, "Well, the FNAF music video I'm being commissioned to do is a go. I'm excited. I designed the animatronics and did this fancy pan shot, and I'm feeling good about how this video will turn out."
If Chica is this thick, how can you not expect the hentai to be great?
I'll post tons of updates as it goes. This was the first time she discussed the project, and she revealed that she was being commissioned to do it. She attached an image of Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy standing on stage. A week later, on June 5th, Viv uploaded a speed draw video of that image to her YouTube channel. This video is now unlisted, but I'll discuss it again later when we get into the controversy surrounding the project.
Wait, there's controversy here too?
Before I move on, the song Viv uses Vanilla. I can't show the song due to copyright, but it's really good. I'll have it linked below. Vanilla himself commented on the video, praising Viv's work and thanking her for using his song. On July 1st, she posted another sneak peek. In her tweet, she said, "FNAF music video is in full swing. I feel like this is going to be a very thematic film. I can't wait to finish." Ooh. Attached is another image from the animation. This time we see Bonnie and Chica in a hallway. Viv finally played FNAF for the first time on her mobile on July 14th. It was probably easier to animate a video since she would now have knowledge of how the game plays. On August 5th, Viv announced that the video will be released in 10 days.
That's
15
exciting.
days later, the animation came out. On that same day, Viv posted an animatic for the music video, showing the early rough drafts for the animation. So, with the history discussed, it's time to get into the actual music video itself. The video is an animation featuring audio from the aforementioned song, sung by Rhett, Link, and Markiplier. The video takes place at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. During the day, things are nice and calm, whereas at night, things become sinister. The design of the night guard is a reference to Link. The night guard watches the cameras when the
pink moustache! Is that a Markiplier reference?
phone rings, voiced by Markiplier. When the guard looks back at the cameras, the animatronics are missing. Link argues with the recorded message and closes the door on Bonnie. The video continues like a typical FNAF night, with the animatronics pestering the guard. Power runs out, and the guard runs away. He slips in some spilled water and hides in a janitor's closet. He runs away again, and the animatronics appear in their shadow forms, like in FNAF 2. The guard gets followed by each animatronic before accidentally walking into Foxy's Cove. The guard is jump scared, and the song ends. We see at the end, the video was directed by Vivzie, with help from Cersei Bogart, Michelle Krivenek, and Cooper Goodwin. Overall, the video was really good. I personally love Vivzie's art style, especially her old school 2015 style. It's not often we get to see her animate something in a dark theme, and she did a great job. It's also interesting to see how her style has developed and changed over time into what it is today. The animation appeared to have took her around 3 months to make, and I think she did a good job for the time she was given. The music video was also a huge success. with it having 7 million views.
Damn, it's crazy to think that she did a song, an animation song music video that was posted on one of the biggest channels on all of YouTube at the absolute height of Five Nights at Freddy's animations. And it got 7 million views, which is very respectable. But Addict, right, the Has Been Hotel music video has over 150 million views. That just goes to show how powerful the story Has Been Hotel is and what it created and how it impacted people is that people keep coming back to that.
As of 2023. Like with anything related to Vivzie, of course there was drama and controversy. With the history and the actual video itself discussed, it's time to get into the
Oh no, a cupcake! Is that an EDP reference? God, I hope not.
Controversy surrounding the project. So the first controversy happened back when the animation first came out. If we check a comment on Viv's speeddraw, it articulates what happened. Basically, some of Viv's fans were angry that she drew art of the series. At the time, FNAF was exploding in popularity and had a huge audience. Like with anything that goes mainstream, it attracts new fans and gains a reputation. At the time, some people thought the games were childish due to the audience they attracted. As
she got hate for making an animation about FNAF that she was paid to make? Are you serious?
As a result, many people wrote the games off as cringe and disliked any media relating to it.
I mean, I think it's cringe also, but you can't disrespect the media that someone else put work into because they liked it or they were paid to make it. Like, what?
When Viv made her speeddraw, fans were angry that she liked the series and argued in the comments. Similarly, some criticism was put on Viv for the designs of the characters, with people saying they look too creepy or ugly. I'll discuss the designs a little later. The second controversy was to do with Scott Coffin and Vivzie. I've discussed this situation in my Why Everyone Hates Vivziepop video if you'd like a more in-depth retelling, but basically what happened was in 2021...
Yeah, so Alamau actually messaged me. He said I should watch his Everyone Hates Vivziepop video because he really gets into it a lot. He's very proud of that video.
It was found that Scott Coffin donated to controversial right-wing politicians. As a result, he was doxxed. Scott had to do a huge Reddit post explaining his thoughts and stepped away from the FNAF series as a result. A week later, one of Vivzie's friends quote retweeted a tweet about it. Vivzie replied and basically criticized Scott for his donations.
Oh man! She has to stop saying stuff on Twitter. Literally, this is years old. This is years old drama, right? That's been going on. She has been knee-jerk reacting to stuff on Twitter for years.
Basically criticized Scott for his donations. People were angry at Vivzie for this, saying that she was contributing to cancel culture, which was hypocritical since cancel culture has been something that has been tormenting Viv for over a decade. For some reason, morons thought that Viv caused Scott to get doxxed.
I don't think that's why people got upset at Viv. I think it was because Viv's just butt into a situation that really had nothing to do with her.
No idea why people thought this, but for some reason they did, despite Viv's tweets being a week after Scott's post and doxing. After this, Vivzie herself was doxed on.
Again, I don't think she's doing anything wrong. I'm just saying that as a content creator, you have to be careful. If you make political content, then obviously you talk about everything political. That's your content. But if you're not making political content, if you're making animations, why would you put yourself in a position where you can actually risk yourself because other absolute fucks on the internet are going to want to blast you for it?
Ever since, FNAF fans have disliked Vivziepop. When the double doxing happened, FNAF fans went onto the old animation made by Viv and criticized her, calling her a hypocrite for doing FNAF art, and then criticizing Scott 6 years later. This is probably why the video is—
That is so cringe! People's favorite thing online is calling people hypocrites. People love calling other people hypocrites. There is nothing hypocritical about this. You could disagree with the man's politics, but like the game he created. Or you could have liked the game he created 6 years ago and not like the guy or the game anymore. Or you could be paid to make a freaking animation of a game not at all tied to the ideology of the guy that made the game 6 years later. Like, the hypocrite thing is so cringe. Everyone gets called a hypocrite for everything in these days.
Was unlisted, since if you sort by new, there's just hordes of people saying Viv is a hypocrite or that the art is bad, many of which are in Spanish. The last and most recent controversy happened—
Many of which are in Spanish. Good reporting, Alamau. Good reporting.
On Twitter. On July 3rd, 2023, Twitter user Alex the Mouse did a fun tweet reminding people about Vivziepop's FNAF animated music video. This tweet got over 20k likes and had a positive reception, with many people being introduced to the video for the first time. A day later, the tweet blew up and ended up reaching outside its target audience. As a result, FNAF fans and Vivziepop haters found the tweet. Many of these tweets were heavily critical and got tens of thousands of likes. I'll show you a couple examples.
What? How could you criticize? This is her artistic choice. What? Okay, dude.
The first tweet says, "Her, you better not be Vivziepop FNAF art when I get back. My goofy ass." Personally, I think this tweet is pretty funny, and it got 26k likes.
that's enough.
However, the replies and quote retweets are full of people bashing the designs, and as a result, it started a chain reaction with more people piling on. This tweet points out how skinny Bonnie is. It has 17k likes. This
Dude, it's obviously not accurate. Oh my god.
one points out Freddy's waist and has 8k likes. The last one I'll show says, "Sorry, but I hate this so much. It's so astonishing to me how she's so bad at drawing fat characters that she made Freddy slim thick. Like how
Freddy slim thick. He's slim thick at best.
effing
He's not morbidly obese like he should be.
deep in the shits do you have to be to not draw Freddy Fazbear of all characters fat?" They made a couple follow-up replies, and in this one they said Vivziepop should explode. So basically they're the least toxic Twitter user. This tweet got 17k likes. After the Twitter discourse, some people showed up to Viv's video and the Good Mythical Morning upload to bash the designs. Personally, I think most of these takes are complete nonsense and verging on bad faith. I agree that
I don't think they're verging on bad faith. They obviously dislike her for no reason, or for whatever reason that they have. They clearly have some reason why they don't like her, and now they're just hating blindly. Because this is not valid criticism towards the art. This is criticism that just because they don't like the art.
Bonnie's design is a little too skinny. I think Viv might have took inspiration from Hot Diggity Demon's Fazbear and Friends animation, which was made in April 2015.
I don't know, man. I just think she was trying to make them scarier, or her own style.
It was made a couple months before Viv's animation, and Viv had tweeted
That was her choice. It was her artistic choice.
about how FNAF animations get lots of views, so she was likely watching some for inspiration. In that video, Bonnie is very skinny, while Chica has a more sexualized design, so Viv probably took these as
Did my man Alamau just expose himself like that? While Chica has a sexualized design. Literal bird.
inspiration when designing her own designs. As a result, Bonnie is very skinny and Chica has a curvier design with a tight waist. Other than that, most of the criticisms don't make much sense. A lot of them basically say that Viv can't draw fat people or let the designs suck, but if you watch the episode, Chica and Freddy are actually quite thick and appear normal. If you pause in any frame of them, apart from the one on stage, they look quite similar to how they appear in game. It's a bit weird to take one out of context image and then use it to write off the entire thing.
He says it's a bit weird. Meanwhile, I get cancelled for out of context images and clips on the weekly.
It's clear to me that most of the people dogpiling on the animation didn't actually watch the full thing. They just saw people shitting on the designs and then joined in for Twitter likes.
100%.
Personally, I like the designs, with Chica being my favourite, though I'm not a fan of Bonnie's.
Dude, just say you're a furry. Just say you're a furry.
The people are dogpiling on an 8-year-old animation. So that's the entire history of Vivziepop's FNAF animation. This was a fun video to create, and it was nice to go back to a different era. I think the FNAF animation is similar to Vivzi's Die Young video, where it was made in a different time, so it's almost like a time capsule. It's cool to see how Viv's style has changed and developed over time. I do wish she still had commissions open, because the ones she did a decade ago were awesome, and this animated video is no different. If you have any thoughts on the video, feel free to leave them in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching.
My hot take on this is these dudes have to stop freaking out about everything that Vivziepop does, and Vivziepop has to stop making her own bed. She has to stop responding to everything knee-jerk reaction on Twitter. Please, please. Anyway, that's the situation. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.